Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up, and it's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders is looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right, bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone, left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Pass midfield, spinning his way. Pass to 35 to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my, making his presence felt. 1 play, 60 yards, 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. And week 14's here. It's December as well. Every team's finally playing a game in December. How's everyone doing? This is the last game from this backdrop you'll see in this calendar year. So it's going to be an interesting one. I've already started a bit of the packing. So most of that stuff's off to the side. But yeah, welcome on in. This should be a good game. Hopefully it's a good game. I'm praying it's a good game. Because Monday Night Football ended up not being that great. To probably no one's real surprise. But this game has a lot going on with it. Both teams trying to stay afloat. We'll see. Good evening. Yeah, I mean, I picked the Lions. Kind of want the Lions to win. I feel like the NFL playoffs kind of need the Lions. Not need, but it'll be better if the Lions get in and probably cause a little bit of a few better matchups than the Cowboys. But we'll see. The Lions are set to get the ball first in this one. Both seasons basically, I'm willing to say, on the line. After how the Cowboys season has gone, how the Lions past few weeks have gone. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Has zoom out past the 20, 25, 30. And down to a pass of 35 to the 36. All right. Exactly. Because last week I went with a lot of upsets and did not do too great. Also, Thanksgiving screwed me over last week with predictions. Hell yeah. I'm going to be doing that most of tomorrow, I feel. I have one more final, then I'm driving. I'm going from the final instantly to drive in. So Goff looking to throw. First play of the game going to be pass right side. Caught by Amon-Ra St. Brown up past the 40 to the 42. Hey, those Jacob Sailors on the kick return. Hell yeah. Former St. Louis Battlehawk. Yeah. You're good. Yeah, I saw them right before. I wouldn't be shocked if I'm a little bit worried about the Jets game on Sunday, mainly because it's expected to be low temps. Miami does not play well in low temperatures, but that was before they kind of adjusted the offense a bit, so we'll see. Goff under center, play action looking to throw. Pressure comes quick and going to spike this at the dirt near Jahmyr Gibbs. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. Nice. Yeah, my winter break's going to be starting here pretty much tomorrow around noon, so the drive down is going to be fun. I always like that drive, but then again, everything you said, yeah, it's going to be a tiring day. Goff in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 3, going to look to throw once again. Quick pass left side caught by Gibbs. Has some blocking down the field for a first down and more. Pass to 45-40, spinning his way down to the plus 37. The Lions are on the move early. Wait, what do you mean you got bit biting? I took a nap and woke up like an hour ago, so yeah, I think I've seen that original image before. Yeah, it was you got a nice chuckle. Goff play action looking to throw. 1st and 10, pass over the middle, caught by Jahmyr Gibbs, has space past the 30, 25, 20, and inside the red zone, breaking tackles past the 15, and finally brought down near the 12. The Lions have gone pure pass happy on this opening drive, yet to run the ball, and they're inside the red zone at the 12. If it ain't broke, don't fix, I guess. This drive has been working. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you're going. I'm not opposed to him going a little bit pass happy here. I was kind of shocked by it. Goff play action once again. Quick pass right side, going to be caught inside the 10 and down to the 8. That is the Lions are on like their 3rd string tight end due to injuries to Laporta and Brock Wright. So that was Ross Dwelly on the reception. Sets up a 2nd and 6. Yeah, 2nd and 6 from the 8. Goff under center, back behind him. St. Brown in the backfield as a fullback. Going to hand this off to Gibbs left side, who's going to be brought down behind the line for a loss of 2. Well, that explains why they're going pass happy. First handoff of the day, it goes for -2. That is, yeah, that makes sense. So a 3rd and 6. A 3rd and 8. Goff and shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming, trying to escape left and unable to. Sacked at the 21. And the Lions drive stalls out in the red zone. They're moving well. But you can only go very heavy with the passing games for so long until there's just not enough space. That was James Houston on the sack. Okay. And I forgot he was in Dallas. Jeez, that man's been bouncing around a lot the past few years. No, I'm thinking of Justin Houston has been bouncing around. Jake Bates on for the 38-yard field goal from the left hash. It is up and it is good, so the Lions strike first. Yeah, James Houston, a former Detroit Lion. Getting the big 3rd down sack there. So yeah, I'm thinking of you. Yes, I was thinking of Justin Houston there by bouncing around a bit. So crazy that he played a playoff game for Miami. And we're at commercial break. Yeah. I think it would be funny if, like, because there's quite a few teams, a few players with names that are like either exactly or close enough to like location names. Like, the Ravens have Ben Cleveland as one of their guards. Like, if every player that has a location in their name played for the closest team to that location, that would be kind of funny. I'm curious exactly how many of those type of players there are. Because there are some weird city names, so it wouldn't be shocked if there's more than we think. Yep, at commercial break. Yeah, the past few years, maybe the past 2 years, so it's been fun when the Cowboys and Lions play each other because Brandon Aubrey and Jake Bates, two UFL or spring football guys. Devontae Turpin is one as well. Perrion Winfrey in Dallas, he was on the Stallions this past spring. Jacob Sailors, who's the main return man for Detroit, he was in the UFL last spring. Just these two teams are the perfect, like, hey, we're known for giving guys chances, and it's nice, especially because watch a lot of UFL in the spring. You like to see some of those players get moved over. Just coming back from commercial break. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Room out past the 20. Trying to find room down the left side. 25-30. Brought down at the 32. And that is Devontae Turpin on the return. So out comes Dak Prescott. All right, Dak. No, man, he's been playing a solid past few games. They need another one here. The Cowboys are on a very tough stretch of their schedule, and they're managing it really well. All right, 1st and 10. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Ball on the 32. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's room for Javonte Williams to the 35. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. 10.5 to play in the first quarter. Second, look, it gave him the 2nd and 6. Dak play action, rolling to his right, looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open is George Pickens inside the 45 to the 47. And there's a Lion slow to get up. I believe that is Thomas Harper, who is the backup free safety. Yeah, Thomas Harper is slow to get up. The backup free safety due to Kirby Joseph's injury. They're gonna be without quite a bit in that second. They already are without quite a few players on that defense, especially in that secondary. So another one going down, not the greatest. And yeah, that's his head to shin. Yeah. All right, he's standing, but he wobbled a bit upon standing up. Yeah, they're just focusing this camera on him. Move the camera, Amazon. Thank you. Finally. I mean, that was to be expected, though. You pair George Pickens up with CeeDee Lamb, he was going to have success. Which is why we're so confused in why they didn't keep George Pickens with DK Metcalf. Because that would have been an insane receiver 1 and 2 for Aaron Rodgers. But I guess it's the whole attitude thing that they don't like. Similar, they thought it was going to be similar to like when Claypool left or Antonio Brown, which was not the case. At first and 10 for Dallas. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw once again. Pass left side can be caught by Javonte Williams, but brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 5. All right, there's that Lions defense making a play. Going to be a 2nd and 15 coming up. Trying just a dump off to Williams as pressure was coming. Yeah, no, pressure got there too quick. Hey, that was Derek Barnes on the tackle for loss. 2nd and 15. Dak and shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Has some time, pass over the middle, a beautiful throw, past the 40 to the 39. That was a beaut from Dak Prescott. And they're going hurry up here. As that was Jake Ferguson on the reception. Dak looking to throw once again. Has time, deep shot over the middle, and it is incomplete. Little bit overthrown. Just a tad. Looking for Ryan Flournoy on that one. Yeah, just a tad overthrown. You know, it was a Meek Robertson in coverage, who the ball landed closer to him than it did the receiver. No, that wasn't. I do not know jersey numbers was. I thought I did. At least for team's not Miami. Dak and shotgun looking. Dak and shotgun can hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's going to be stuffed at the line for no gain. Oh, that was Rocky Sin in coverage on that first down play. I forgot he was in Detroit, despite the fact he had a good preseason, including the game against Miami. He's one of those corners where Rocky Sin is a very solid corner who just does not get talked about because he's now like a big name corner, but he's a really solid like corner 2 or 3, and you would be happy to have him on your team. Dak alone in shotgun, looking to throw in 3rd and 9. Has time, pass right side, incomplete. Looking for George Pickens, but into tight coverage. And the Lions defense now makes a nice stand. Yeah, I believe that's Avonte Maddox on the coverage, coming in as the 3rd string free safety, making a solid play there. So out comes Brandon Aubrey. 57-yard kick from the left hash. It is up, and it is a beaut right down the middle. Yeah, I still associate Rocky Sin with the Colts, but no, he's been a really solid corner for Detroit. How you doing, T-Fox? How you doing? As we're at commercial break after the 57-yarder from Brandon Aubrey. He is one of my favorite kickers to watch. Him and Jake Bates are up there. And to be fair, it's because both spring guys. I like seeing them succeed. Yep, at commercial break. at commercial break. Okay. I mean, if both teams just want to keep exchanging field goals, I won't be opposed. This is the one matchup where I'm actually fine with it being a kicker duel. Other matchups, I'm like iffy on if it's a kicker duel, but Cowboys Lions kicker duel, I'm here for it. Again, it helps that it's two kickers that I do enjoy watching. All right, just getting back from commercial break. No, that's more so just that's more so just like Seattle pure dominated. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 8. Has zoom out past the 25, 30, 35, 40. Then Brandon Aubrey lays a nice hit. I completely lost track of the yard mark. Tom Kennedy on Tom Kennedy for the return. Brandon Aubrey laying the shoulder. Hell yeah. A kicker laying a hit like that. It's always fun. That would be fantastic. Yeah, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 47 for Detroit. Both teams hitting for NFL records tonight would be great. And I know Jake Bates probably can in this stadium. Goff going to hand off up the middle, and that's a gain of about 2. I believe David Montgomery on the carry. Yep. Yeah, those 2010s Here Comes the Boom highlights, that's one you would see on there. Because again, I mentioned every time Jake Bates lines up the kick. The kick that got him the attention in the UFL was his 64-yarder in week 1 2 years ago at this point. That kick would have been good from 70, so I know he can. Goff play action looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass over the middle is going to be ruled a fumble. And the Cowboys have it to the 46. They're saying that's a fumble and it's Cowboys ball. He was hit while throwing that one. He does his arm make a full motion there. No, yeah, that's incomplete. Yeah, that's an incomplete pass. But I like that they let the play run. There we go, 3rd and 8. So Goff in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left as well. Can send one in motion left to right. Ball just shy of midfield at the 49. You would think if they get at least half of this, they're setting themselves up to go for it. Goff looking to throw. Pass right side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. DeRon Bland in coverage. No penalties despite the entire Lions sideline. Pretty much screaming for one. But I think St. Brown just slipped at the top instead of Bland actually interfering. Yeah, no, St. Brown just slipped there. All right, so the Lions go 3 and out. Lions go 3 and out. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the... No, going to be return. There's confusion everywhere. These refs are on one tonight. Penalty markers also down. Devontae Turpin thinks he did not call fair catch. Refs are discussing. No, there's a hand wave. There's a hand wave for a fair catch. It's not a massive one. It's more so just like he's waving like this. But there is a hand wave. That's... If anything, isn't there a rule that you can't fake call a fair catch like that? So if anything, it's a penalty on Dallas. Both by the receiving team. Yeah, so their penalty for a faking a fair catch, that's declined. The other is holding on Dallas. I'm assuming because they cut away from the refs. That will be accepted. Either way, the Cowboys going to start this from back in their own territory, inside the 5, I'd like the 4. Yeah, clear holding on Dallas there. That's a penalty you don't see often, though. Faking a fair catch. And yeah, it's going to cause this drive to start from their own 4. So Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to be a yard, maybe 2 for Javonte Williams. All right, so a 2nd and 8, I think they're going to say. Yeah, 2nd and 8. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Has time, pass left side, going to be caught by Pickens. Sheds off 1 tackle and going to fall down near the 10. So a 3rd and 4 coming up. 3rd and 5, they're ruling it. Yeah, 3rd and 5. So Dak in shotgun. Play clock winding down. Going to be looking to throw. Pressure coming quick, and Dak is sacked. Is he inbound? Is he in the field of play? They're saying it's a safety. It's close. He got tackled near the goal line. One line judge is saying safety. The other is saying at the half-yard line. Either way, the Cowboys are punting. And there's the official ruling of a safety. The Lions defense. It's close, but yeah, I think that's a safety. It's just Dak. For the longest time on that play, the ball was in front of the plane in the end zone. And then as soon as pressure gets in, he pulls the ball back. So it is a safety. It's going to be reviewed because it's a scoring play. All scoring plays are reviewed. Dak pulled the ball back into the end zone, and then contact was made. As he was setting up to throw. So he pulled the ball back. Pressure got there, so he kind of corralled the ball. And then never got back to the field of play. That's wow. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. Wow. Jack Campbell got the sack. Again, either way, the Cowboys are going to be punting from the half-yard line, or they're punting back to Detroit down by 2. The Lions are going to take this either way. Okay, the review is saying not a safety. I'm fine with that. Because it's close. It depends on when they said contact was made. That's whatever. Either way, again, I mean, I'm not sure when they're saying he got the ball back across the plane. Either way, again, they're going to be punting from the half-yard line. So there's a chance the Lions just get a safety here anyway. All right, from the back of his own end zone. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 37. Room past midfield, past the 45, and spinning his way to the 42. Yeah, I agree with that. And also, it would have been funny if the Lions got a safety because Dak messed up. I think that's why they're saying it's not a safety, because technically the ball was still in field of play. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, but you kind of have to do the forward progress thing on that kind of stuff just because of the nature of sacks. Because when was the last time a sack happened exactly where the quarterback was standing? More often than not, they get pushed back to some degree. So it's one where you need to do it. So like I get it, but that's definitely one where I'm like, you probably could have gotten away with not saying forward progress, kept the ball in the field of play, and people would have been like, yeah, I see that. Yep, at commercial break. Watch this game. Watch the Cowboys win this game by a point. And it will be because the safety did not get called. that, that would be funny. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. All right, here we go. Just getting back from commercial break. Showing another replay of that non-safety. Goff in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Great starting field position at the plus 42. Basically field goal range for the leg that Jake Bates has. Goff looking to throw. Pass left side can be caught by Gibbs and going to get to the 38 before being stood up. I need to see Jake Bates get that one kind of kick in the NFL like he did in the UFL, because it would be great. So Goff and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. They're looking to throw once again. Quick pass left side, going to be caught with space. As a first down right around the 30. All right. That is Anthony Frazier on the reception. Yeah, again, the Lions are going deep in the well of tight ends at this point. So Goff in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Shifting the back behind him. There, what? Penalty down for illegal motion. Did they just try to run a receiver screen to Dan Skipper? That play was all fucked up. Well, yeah, Gibbs never fully said. What is this play? Why are you running the receiver screen to an offensive lineman on when it what? What was what? I mean, I don't even know how to begin to describe that play. Yeah, he's on something. First and 15. Goff under center, gonna play action and look to throw. Pass back left side can be caught by Gibbs, and who's going to get about 2 or 3 on the halfback screen. Yeah, yeah. It's like that's a play you call in the 4th when you're up by 10, not when it's the first quarter and the game is tied at 3. Especially if you don't know how to run it like they clearly did there. Like, what? All right, Goff in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 2nd and 13. Pass over the middle, caught with space. Pass to 20, to 15, to 10, and brought down at the 7. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions are back in the red zone. 1st and goal. Hey, it all works out. But that's okay. Yeah, it's fuck off, D-Fox. That's all what you send me. I'm hoping he loses yards now. He Goff under center, back behind him. Handoff right side with space up past the 5 and diving in. It's Jameson Williams. But they're marking him at the 1. They're saying he stepped out at the 1. So a 2nd and goal coming up. Yeah, just a simple end around. Or jet sweep, and they're saying he stepped out. Oh yeah, he stepped out. As he was making that final dive, he stepped out right before. So it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Yeah, basically. Goff under center, back behind him, handoff up the middle, and there's Jahmyr Gibbs capping the drive off in the end zone. And the Lions take a potential 7-point lead. I mean, I get sent a ton of shit from D-Fox, Bob Flash, the others as well, part of that friend group. All right, so Jake Bates on for the extra point. A 42-yard drive capped off by Jahmyr Gibbs and a 1-yard touchdown. The extra point is up, and it is right down the middle. 7-point lead for the Lions with 2:14 to play in the first quarter. All right. Again, this is the last time in this setup for the rest of 2025. So I just need it to be somewhat functional. And then we shouldn't have any hiccups pretty much the rest of the way. No promises made for 2026, though. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm just seeing a different camera angle of the non-safety. And yeah, okay, that camera angle definitely shows the ball still being in the field of play a lot better. Alright, I'm cool with it. Yeah, like I would not be shocked if something gets picked up throughout this. Just because that would be my luck. Alright, at commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. Is this weekend is college football conference championships, which means we're getting a little bit closer to bowl season. And a new bowl game in college football was announced. Yeah, it's good old the Xbox Bowl, which it actually has a pretty good matchup. Arkansas State and Missouri State going to be a fun game for that. As we're back from commercial break, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 7. Room out past the 20, 25, 30 to the 30-yard line. It also was just reported that Kansas State is not going to accept the bowl invitation for some reason. It should have been called the X Bowl. But yeah, no, it's the Xbox Bowl. Which I'm not surprised that Xbox is finally getting involved in college football bowls and all that, because PlayStation has been a sponsor of the Fiesta Bowl for a long time now. Dak under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's a gain of about 6, maybe 7. Gonna make it a 2nd and 4, probably. Yeah. Playoff probabilities. If the Cowboys lose, they go down to 9%. The Lions lose, they go down to 19%. This game has a lot riding on it. Yeah, 2nd and 3. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to hand this off once again, and that's going to be a gain of about 2-ish for Javonte Williams. So a 3rd and short coming up. Third and 1. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion left to right. Gonna look to throw. Pass right side going to be caught by Ryan Flournoy up to about the 44. A gain of 5 and a first down. Nice little fake toss to the right and just a simple stick over the middle. Not bad. And the thing is just to keep it simple on short yardage. Dak under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off once again, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3 to the, I think you can say to the 46. So it'll be a gain of 3. And that will be the end of the first quarter, as it doesn't seem like the Cowboys are going to hurry up here. Yep, so 15 minutes in the books. Lions with the 10-3 lead. And feeling pretty good. Their offense has been moving the ball well in this game so far. But we'll see how this one continues. We head to commercial break. Head to commercial break. And at commercial break. Yep. Going for the Lions. Again, it's been a solid game so far. It was the one time the Lions defense has like been pure like, and they forced a 3-and-out because the Cowboys started from deep in their own territory. They're still playing well defensively, but it's fine because you're going against a really good offense in the Cowboys. But at the same time, it's like you kind of want a bit more, but you'll still take what you're getting. Yep, still at commercial break. At commercial break. Oh yeah, the promotion for Monday Night Football's Monsters Inc. game between the Eagles and Chargers. That's gonna be a fun one. If the Eagles go out there on Monday night and have a terrible showing with the Monsters Inc. crew. Dak and shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 7. Quick throw left side, can be caught by Flournoy, who's going to get about 2-ish. I always love those alt broadcasts. Even though they're not like too great in games of like quality, they're just funny. Like there was the Nickelodeon ones have always been really good, mainly because it's just layers on top of just a standard game. True, yeah, it's not if, it's when for that game. Oh, they're playing the Chargers. Both teams might put up a stinker. Dak and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 3rd and 6. Pass right side, going to be caught by CD. Lamb breaks off one tackle and has room. Past the 40 and out of bounds at the 36. Yeah, it's like the Nickelodeon alt broadcasts have always been great, mainly just because you're still watching the same game, but there's just like layered effects on top of it. And plus, it led to Patrick Star shit talking Russell Wilson. That was really funny. But then you have like, what was it, the Toy Story broadcast in the Jaguars Falcons of London game a few years back, where Desmond Ridder had a terrible performance. Handoff left side for Kevontae Turpin's gonna get about 3 or 4 on the jet sweep. That's up a 2nd and 6? Yeah, 2nd and 6. Yeah, Thomas Harper, the Lions backup free safety, has already been ruled out. That's tough. His injuries continuing to pile up. Dak under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side. 2nd and 6 from the plus 33. Handoff up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's going to get a gain of 3 up to the 30. Yeah. That Christmas game was something. Because like it would have been one thing if that happened when the game was so competitive. That game had no chance for the Broncos to win. It just made everything that much funnier and that much worse for Broncos fans. All right, Dak and shotgun back to his right, 3rd and 3, toss right side, has some blocking, going to get enough for the first. It's a gain of about 4. It is Javonte Williams on the carry, and they keep the chains moving. I still find it fun. I'm trying to remember how I thought Russ on the Broncos would work. But it is funny because it's funny seeing the people who like were so adamant that would work. The same way people were adamant that Rodgers on the Jets would work. That one I knew from the jump it was not going to pan out. Dak pass left side going to be caught. What a catch! That is Brevin Spanford on an incredible catch on the left side. Hanging on through the contact. It's going to be a 2nd and 2. Yeah, I don't think I had any strong opinions about Russ in Denver when he first got traded over there. Handoff up the middle for 2nd and 3 to ruling it. Going to get about 2. So a 3rd and 1 coming up. Yeah, no, I knew from the jump that Rodgers on the Jets was not going to work. Like before he stepped foot in that building, I knew that it was not going to work. Because it's the Jets. Like it's the Jets. They cannot have good things. They sold their soul in 1969. Dak and keeping himself up the middle on a QB sneak will be enough for the first. It was the 1st and 10 from the 15, just about. Well, yeah, but I didn't, Russ in Denver, I could see people thinking they were Super Bowl bound, but I just didn't have any strong thoughts on that. Dak pass right side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Ryan Flournoy. I mean, I did think that Denver was going to be a lot more competitive with Russ than they ended up being. And they kind of were in his 2nd year. But yeah, that was another mess of a situation. Dak and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass left side, going to be incomplete. Going for the halfback screen. Ball was tipped, and also Javonte Williams couldn't hang on afterwards. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Yeah, the Jets are one of those teams alongside like the Clippers where it feels like that in order for them to have any success, they need to just completely pretty much build from the ground up somewhere else. It's less about the organization. The organization's a mess as well, yes. But it's also just, it feels like that location they're in is cursed. Dak alone in shotgun for 3rd and 10. Pressure coming in stacked back at the 24. Instant pressure. And the Lions defense bends but doesn't break. Like, there's a lot of talks in the NBA right now about expanding because it feels like they kind of need to some degree. Or that is just more so an inevitability. I wouldn't be shocked if on top of it we see like the Clippers relocate because it feels like they need to. 42-yard kick from the right hash is up and it is good. Sneaks through the right upright. Cowboys cut into this deficit. And I know the Clippers just recently like rebranded, and I do like their rebrand, but their organization's a mess. Maybe not relocate, but they need to sell that team. They need to like the owner needs to sell, and they need to get entirely new minds in there because how the way they're running their operations, it does not work. Same with the Jets. I'm like it's like a franchise legend comes back for a retirement tour, and you send him back home to Los Angeles while you're in Atlanta. Like, come on. Like that whole Chris Paul. I know Chris Paul hasn't been playing well. No one on the Clippers has really been playing well, but you don't do that to a franchise legend like that. You just no, that's just not how. No, because I remember they also treated Blake Griffin's departure in like 2018 kind of roughly as well. All of the Clippers are a mess. As we're at commercial break. At commercial break. Alright. Let's see if the Lions can replicate their previous drive. Probably not gonna have as good as field position, but never know. Just getting back from commercial break. Yeah, Broncos Chiefs, the Christmas night matchup. That should be an interesting one as well. I think all the Christmas games should be interesting. Yep, Ford Field, right next to Comerica Park. As kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from the 3. Room out past the 20-25 and down near the 29. Jacob Sailors, I believe, on the return. Gets brought down kind of awkwardly. No penalties, though. Refs have been doing a solid job, not trying to take over this game so far. All right. First play of the drive. Goff under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left as they're going 6 linemen set. Play action looking to throw. Goff with time. Plenty of time. Pass right side is short-armed and incomplete. In the vicinity of Amon-Ra St. Brown, who wasn't fully open, but he definitely had some space there. Either way, 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Goff alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And there's movement before the snap. Going to be a false start against the Lions. 2nd and 15 coming up. Calling it against the rookie. Yeah, the rookie Miles Frazier, who's listed as their 4th string left guard, according to ESPN's depth chart. That's crazy. All right, Goff alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by Gibbs. Spin at the 35, going to get him down to about the 37, maybe 38. All right. Hey, this quick over the middle stuff is working nicely for the Lions today. They had that good play to St. Brown on the previous drive. That one there to Jahmyr Gibbs. Both of which came after 5-yard penalties against them. All right, Goff and shotgun back to his right. Movement before the snap. Pass left side going to be cut incomplete, looking for Jameson Williams. No penalties on either. There was movement before the snap from the Cowboys. They said there was not enough to deem offsides. And then the pass to Jameson Williams. Looks like there might have been some interference, a hold or so. But also deemed not enough for it to be a penalty. Goff clearly thought he had a free play there. Thus taking that shot to Williams. Instead, now it's 4th and 2, and they're going to punt this one away. A lot of confusion going on in this game from all parties involved. Lions thinking some things are called, but they're not. The refs, who knows what's going on with them in this game already. Cowboys, same thing. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at the 21. So some good starting field position as they look to potentially take the lead with 8:21 to play in the first half. And we're seemingly going to head to a commercial break. Lions fans are still confused as they're probably... No Cowboys seemingly jumped to the neutral zone there. They all kind of just stayed ever so slightly behind the line. Still, you probably are expecting a call on that. Either way, we're at commercial break. Because, I mean, the Lions had all 5 down linemen for the Cowboys there jumping. Like, probably should have been some... Alright, all good. At commercial break. At commercial break. Thursday night footballs have been really solid this year. And the fact that these two teams both are on 7 days rest leading into one should be interesting. Also the fact just how much of the season's on the line as well at this point. So far the first half is living up to it. Yep, at commercial break. Alright, just getting back from commercial break. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from the 21. Play action looking to throw. Dak with some time. Pass deep. Right side has a man. It's CD. Pass the 45 to the 42. DJ Reed in coverage. The former New York Jet gets burned by CD Lamb. And all it takes is one play for the Cowboys to be past midfield. Beautiful throw. Beautiful route. And probably should have been a roughing the passer, but that was great. Brian Branch hits Dak high. Probably should have been rough in the past. You just see the ref going like defensive NBA stance, shaking his head no. Dak play action looking to throw. Trying to pass it back left side. They're going to rule this a fumble. And now I think they're ruling it incomplete. Dak got swarmed there after the play action. He just threw it left to Jake Ferguson. A little bit of an awkward throw. I think the ruling is incomplete. We're going to see, though, this replay. That might be a backwards pass. It is very close. It's also tough to tell the amount of Lions that are near him blocking the ball. And yeah, they're gonna say that's a backwards pass and a fumble. The Cowboys will lose about 10 yards there. No, not 10, 16 yards. It's a 2nd and 26. Well, there goes half of the yards so far for this drive. Dak and shotgun back to his right. Going to look to throw. Has time, pass left side, can be caught by CD, and that's a gain of about 4 or 5. Going to be a 3rd and long. Gets up to about the 46. Yeah, it'll be a 3rd and 22. It will be a 3rd and 22 with 6:50 to play in the first half. Okay, now I'm saying 3rd and 21. Either way, it's a 3rd and long. Dak alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Now motioning someone into the backfield to his left. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off, Dak looking to throw. Has some time, trying to roll to his right. Dump off right side to Jake Ferguson. Going to get past midfield to the 49. And ball comes loose! It's Brian Branch! And the Lions have it! Just one great play for the Cowboys to start that drive, followed by just a whole lot of negativity. And the Lions defense makes the play. Jack Campbell forces it loose, and then Ferguson pushes it down the field towards Brian Branch, who then recovers. That's a beautiful peanut punch from Jack Campbell. And the Lions are going to have excellent starting field position. You see Dak afterwards telling Ferguson, hey, on the chest, hold it in. So a drive that started with a 30-plus yard gain was followed up by 2 fumbles. As Goff under center back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff left side for Gibbs, breaks 1 tackle, going to shed off a 2nd and get out of bounds near midfield. Penalty marker down. I imagine this is on Detroit. Yep, holding against the Lions. Being called against Dan Skipper. So it'll be a 1st and 20. Yeah, that's clear holding. As this has been another mess of a game. Like it's entertaining. It's a good game, but man, there's just been mistakes on mistakes for both sides. Goff and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side, and there's movement up front. A false start against the Lions, and it's 1st and 25. It's Tate Ratledge called for the false start, the rookie guard. We went from the Cowboys having a 2nd and 26. Now the Lions having a 1st and 25. Do both teams want to just agree to start every series of downs with a 1st and 20? Goff quick pass left side can be caught by Isaac Tesla up to the 40. So a gain of about 8. Like at this point, might as well just start every fresh set of downs with 1st and 20. All right, Goff under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 17. Play action looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Going to be caught past the 40 and brought down near the 36. Jameson Williams from one knee as he slipped at the top there. And they moved the chains on 2nd and 17. Yeah, he slipped a bit on the top of that route, but still able to come down with it against Deron Bland. Nice throw from Jared Goff. Goff in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw once again. Has time, deep shot over the middle, and that is overthrown, incomplete. Luckily, it's overthrown, as that was into double coverage, looking for Jamison Williams. 4:36 to play in the first half. Second and 10. Goff in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the plus 35, handoff up the middle, and there's space past the 30, 25, and still on his feet. 20, 15, 10, 5, David Montgomery. The Lions extend this lead with 4:27 to play. From 35 yards out and shedding off multiple tackles. And that is a weird, that is a great way to cap off a pretty weird 4-play drive. Great blocking up front. It's Sewell and it's Ratledge. Creating that hole there for Montgomery. And just the great contact balance. So Jake Bates for the extra point. It is up. And it is good. 11-point lead. So the Lions have been able to capitalize off of great field position twice this game. Once with the Cowboys having a punt from the back of their own end zone. And now off of the fumble. And that's where the Lions' 14 points have come from in this. And we head to commercial break. All right. At commercial break. All right. Solid showing from the Lions so far. This is the type of game they've needed. I mean, like they had a solid offensive showing last week. The defense wasn't quite there. They've lost 3 of their last 5. They needed to get a nice win like this, and kind of just to get back onto track. Because again, like the playoffs are still very much in reach for them if they can pull off this game. But they have the Rams next week. That's going to be a great game. Yeah, Rams, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, then Chicago. Damn, they played 3 of their final 4 on the road. That's going to be tough. All right. So that commercial break. Yeah. I'm probably going to go live with that game. Because Miami plays Monday night next week. So I'll be able to. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. Oof. Okay, next week it's either going to be Lions, Rams, or Packers, Broncos in week 15 for the 4 o'clock slate. 1 o'clock slate is definitely going to be Bills, Patriots. And then obviously the primetime games. Kickoff underway as we're back from commercial break. Going to be returned beginning from the 8. Boom out past the 20, 25 past the 30, 35, 40, 45. Penalty marker down past midfield to the 49. Jake Bates takes a hit there as one of his teammates pushes Turpin into him. This is a great return from Cavante Turpin. That's going to be called back due to holding against Dallas. So they're going to start this from backed up in their own territory. I do not blame you for that. That's going to be a great game, though. It kind of depends on what happens with the Packers and Broncos this week. If I decide to go live with either that game or Lions Rams. Either way, both are going to be on. As I'm going to quad box? Yeah, quad box that. Dak under center, back behind him too, receiving options to each side, ball on their own 20. Has some time, dump off right side for Javonte Williams. Is going to get past the 25 to about the 26, thanks to some second effort stuff there. All right, 4 minutes to play in the first half, 2nd and 5. Dak under center, back and fullback behind him. Tight end in motion, right to left. Going to look to throw once again. Pass right side, can be caught by CD. Makes one man miss and has space. Past the 45 and down to the 46. Brian Branch on the tackle. DJ Reed is having a rough game so far against CD Lamb. Yeah, they've regressed a little bit. But it's also just they're playing a tougher schedule than they did last year. Because like last year, the Lions played 15 of 17 games inside. They're playing a lot more outdoor games this year. Handoff up the middle for Javonte Williams is going to get about 2 or 3. Like that was one big thing with the Lions schedule this year that I knew was going to cause them some trouble. Another thing is just that, that teams were going to put a lot more of a focus on them. But you look at their losses. 3 of the Lions' 5 losses were outdoor games. Dak play action looking to throw in 2nd and 7. Stepping up, deep shot, right side for George Pickens, and it's incomplete. Penalty marker down. If I'm Dak Prescott, the rest of this game, I'm throwing to whoever DJ Reed is covering. George Pickens had him beat. It forced the DPI. Going to be Cowboys ball, 1st and goal from like the 3. DJ Reed is struggling today. Like, he is just not having a great game. Oh, there's 2 penalties. Illegal hands to the face on the Cowboys and DPI on the Lions. The penalties will offset. Replay down. Lions get lucky there. Lions get a bit lucky. Tyler Booker going to be called for illegal hands to the face. So it's 2nd and 7. Dak in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams. He gets past midfield and down to about the 48. Two minutes remain as we head to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play in the first half. A 3rd and 4 for Dallas coming up. Down by 11. They are approaching field goal range for Brandon Aubrey. So we'll see. But 2 minutes to play. The Cowboys get ball to begin the second half. So they have a chance to double up here. But first, a commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4 for Dallas. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Let's see how this half wraps up. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 4 from the plus 48. Dak looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side, going to be caught down to the 43. They keep the chains moving. They're going hurry up. George Pickens. No, it's Kamante Turpin on the reception. So 1st and 10, 1:40 to play in the half. Dak under center, back behind him. Now shifting the back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Dak looking to throw. Has some time. Pass left side. Has a man, but it's off the mark and incomplete. Looking for CeeDee Lamb. Had a step. If that ball's placed down the field, he has him. And it would have been 6. CeeDee Lamb going against Amik Robertson. And he beats him cleanly. If Dak just puts it inbounds, first off. And second off, down the field. That would have been a great play. It's a missed opportunity for Dallas. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. 2nd and 10 looking to throw. Quick pass left side, caught by George Pickens. That's a gain of about 8. A 3rd and short. Penalty marker down. And it's going to be against Dallas. They're saying face mask against the Cowboys. Yep, a face mask against the Cowboys, and that's a pretty clear face mask against George Pickens. So 1:19 remains. Yeah, the Cowboys are penalized a lot. It's a 2nd and 25 after the face mask. Dak alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Going to look to throw. Pass over the middle, caught by CD, and going to get up past the 50 to about the 48. Once again, DJ Reed in coverage. He is not having a fun night. And the Lions will call their first timeout before this 3rd and 15 play. All right. 3rd and 15. Yeah, it's been a lot, and also that doesn't include penalties that have been declined or offsetted. Dak and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw in 3rd and 15. Pass over the middle, going to be caught, and breaks off a few tackles. It gets brought down near the 36. Jake Ferguson on the reception. It's a 4th and roughly 2 with a minute to play. So they're in field goal range now for Brandon Aubrey. It's a 4th and 4. And out comes Brandon Aubrey to make this a one-score game as we approach halftime. Career long of 65. And he has a leg on him. And the Lions call their second timeout as well with 55 seconds as they look to get the ball back and extend their lead before halftime. All right, Brandon. What you got? 55-yard kick from the right hash. He hit from 57 earlier. Kick is up. And it is good. That would have been good from that probably would have been good from 65. Brandon Aubrey, man, one hell of a kicker. And it's an 8-point game with 50 seconds to play. The Lions have a kicker themselves with a good leg on him. So we'll see. Jake Bates has a leg on him himself. Are they going to be able to give him a chance? I would love to see it. I would love to see Jake Bates go from 60 here to end the half. 50 seconds remain. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Ruma past the 20. Breaks off some tackles at the 25 and gets to the 27 just about. Wait. That's crazy. Goff looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, going to be up, caught past the 30 to about the 31. What? You go over to someone's house and steal. What did he stole? What? That. Gee, that's 2nd and 6. Yeah. Goff passed over the middle, going to be caught by Gibbs. Has room past the 45 and down to the 47, maybe 48. 30 seconds remain. The Lions going hurry up as they have one timeout remaining. That's great. Goff and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, can be caught by St. Brown. He has space and gets out of bounds right around the 1st down marker. So it's going to be up to about the 42. The blocking's great. The stealing's the crazier part. Blocking after, makes sense. Don't want to have Trace's back, but stealing a bong and some weed, that's crazy. Just the audacity. Goff and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side, looking to throw in 2nd and 1. Rolling right, passing right, going to be incomplete. Just a throwaway. 13 seconds, 3rd and 1. Ugh. That. All right, 3rd and 1. And the Cowboys will call their first timeout with 13 seconds to play in the half. The Lions are in field goal range. Just give Jake Bates a chance. That's all I need. Lions currently only have a 41% chance at the playoffs. Damn. Goff and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 3rd and 1 from the 43. Looking to throw. Pass right side. Going to be incomplete. Looking for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And there's the penalty. DPI against the Cowboys. Going to make it 1st and 10. With 10 seconds to play in the half. Ball will be at about the 32-ish. That was Siobhan Revel in coverage. And yeah, he gets a fistful of jersey there. So 10 seconds to play and 1 timeout. Ball on the 29-yard line. Goff alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Going to look to throw. Pass right side for the end zone, and it's incomplete. Had a wide open. As Isaac Tesla just couldn't connect. The ball a bit too far outside as there's pressure in his face. And there's 4 seconds to play in the half. Oh, he's wide open. Goff needs to hit that. All right, but out comes Jake Bates to give the Lions back their 11-point lead. And there is a timeout called from Dallas. Yeah. I don't remember if I said playoff rounds to be 2-week matchups or not. I think I did, or maybe it's a case where this first round is 1 week and then the other 2 are 2 weeks. We'll see. Yeah, you should be able to get your get back now. Yeah, definitely go and do that, especially since we're at halftime here, basically. 47-yard kick from the right hash for Jake Bates. Kick is up, and it is good. Sneaked it past the left upright. The Lions retake their 11-point lead, and that brings us to halftime. The Cowboys get ball to begin the second half, and we'll see how this game finishes. It still feels great because Brandon Aubrey can do that anyway. That's just who Brandon Aubrey is. Listen, I'm cool. Brandon Aubrey's my kicker in fantasy because he just does this week in, week out. I'm not worried. Especially because the Cowboys play the Vikings next week. Oh, we chillin'. And we're at halftime. I'm meaning to put on the Panther game for a minute now. Since we're at halftime and I have some time, I'm going to do that real quick. It's in overtime. It's that the Panthers getting points in this game, but they could really use getting 2. I don't believe there's UFL fantasy just yet. It's yeah, I don't believe the UFL has fantasy just yet, because it's a case where it's just it's an 8-team league, so it's kind of hard to handle fantasy for a league like that. Plus, it's a 10-week season, so I mean, when the season rolls around, we can check, but I don't believe there is. Yep, at commercial break, and we're at halftime. Penalty. Cool. I like the stretch pass from Lundell there, but just take the shot, man. Oh, this is a nice trio the Panthers have out for this. Oh, absolute filthy stuff from Marchand. Just couldn't finish it. And again, yeah, the Florida Panther game is at overtime right now, so I'm watching that while we're at halftime. This would be a big win for the Panthers if they can get it. Good save. I assume it's Bob in net. But I wouldn't be shocked if it's Tarasov either. Okay, it is Bob. Zebra at halftime. This ends up going to a shootout, man. It's gonna be something. Still at halftime. Yeah, NHL's regular season overtime rules are weird, but it's a whatever. Going to 3-on-3 skating for 5 minutes and then a shootout, compared to the playoffs where it's just continuous 5-on-5 until someone wins. Offside, sorry. Still at halftime. Nice. Yeah, that's a crazy. This is a weird, crazy situation. Oh, come on, Forsey, got to finish that. All right, they have a breakaway the other way. Come on. Nah, they're saying, yeah. The refs are going to discuss about this, but I think Nashville just won. You still get a point in the standings, but man, you could have. There's been like 4 games in the past like The 4 games in the past like 2 weeks for the Florida Panthers where they really could have used some wins. And still at halftime. At halftime, Medic. I look over during this commercial. Okay. It's a Jeep commercial. That makes more sense. Just interviewing a possum playing dead there. Cool. Love it, Jeep. Also, might have been some AI animals in that. That's a weird commercial. Jeeps have never interested me as a car anyway, so it's a whatever type of thing. All right, at halftime still. No shot that timer is correct that I'm seeing on ESPN. There we go. We got about 4 minutes left in halftime. Are they? I would not be shocked actually. I was like, Jeep's blowing up seems like the least of that company's concerns. Again, they've never been like an exciting car brand. They've kind of just been one that's like it's there, or like the neighbor down the street would have a Jeep that you ride occasionally to go to like a McDonald's or some shit. But besides that, you never really care. You never really notice Jeeps. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I'm honest. I'm kind of shocked. More hybrids and more electric cars are not having that issue. Of course, it would be Jeep to be the main ones that does. Yeah, we're at halftime. For some reason, every time during halftime is when the ESPN website gets ahead of my broadcast. I don't get why, but yeah. There's about like 4 minutes ish on my broadcast to get at halftime. Yeah, it's same. Again, just Jeeps have never excited me. To be fair, I'm not like a massive car person to begin with, but like I don't know, like just like there's like Jeep. Was it? It's Jeep and like one other brand that I always. I think it's Ram. Might be Jeep and Ram, or it's Jeep and Ford, or those are just two car brands where I'm just like I never care to get one of these. Honestly, just put all three in there. 'Cause I forget Ram exists constantly. Those are just not my speed. Also, yeah, the Walter Payton Man of the Year nominees were announced earlier today. The nominee for the Houston Texans is Aziz Al-Shaair. That the irony that's just funny. But for the amount of weird plays and kind of dirty plays he makes, the fact that he's the nominee for Walter Payton Man of the Year is funny. Yep, at commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. The second half can be on the way here soon. Yeah, it's more reports today as well about McDaniel seemingly being safe in Miami. I'm not surprised by that. With how it's the fact that he finally adjusted the offense. It just took way too late. All right, the second half gonna be on the way here soon. Jahmyr Gibbs, 45 career touchdowns, needs 3 more to pass Barry Sanders for the most career touchdowns before the age of 24. So there's a good chance he gets it. I think. When's his birthday? Oh yeah, March 20th. He's gonna break that record. He is 100% gonna break that record. If not today, definitely by the end of the year. All right, second half kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Room out past the 20, past the 25, past the 30 to the 31. Cowboys will begin from there. Down by 11, looking to cut into this deficit a bit. Let's see. Dak and shotgun back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion left to right. Dak gonna look to throw. Quick pass left side, tipped and intercepted. Going the other way, 25-20. 15 and out of bounds at the 14. Derek Barnes on the first play of the second half. And the Lions have the ball. Come on, Dak. I can't blame that on him. He hits Pickens in the chest. Good coverage, forces the ball in the air, and Derek Barnes takes advantage of it. But still, come on, Dak. Amik Robertson gets a hand in there, and Derek Barnes capitalizes. There could not have been a funnier way for the second half to start. Just could not. Wow. Goff and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. First and 10 from the 14. Play clock winding down. To get the snap off as Goff looks to throw. Pass left side. Could be caught by Williams, who's going to get about 2. Yeah. You have to start prioritizing DJ Reed. Reed has been by far the worst corner for the Lions tonight. Put Lamb and Pickens on the opposite side of the field and just pick whoever DJ Reed is guarding every single time. Yes, Discord Wrapped did drop earlier. Goff and shotgun, 3 receiving options to the right, 2 to the left. Motion someone into the backfield as Goff looks to throw. Has time, pass end zone, left side, Isaac Tesla. Touchdown Detroit. What a throw from Jared Goff. Beautifully layers it on the money, and the Lions extend this lead early in the second half. All it took was 2 plays. And that is a beautiful throw from Jared Goff. Back corner of the end zone. Absolute beauty of a throw. Like that is a perfect throw. The extra point is up, and it is right down the middle. 18-point Lions lead. Oh yeah, the old one. Yeah, I use Discord mainly on PC, so I kind of don't care about the layout all too much. But yeah. It was a pretty interesting Wrapped. Or was the way to call it officially Discord checkpoint? I want to point out that sequence of events dropped the Cowboys win probability from about 15 to 5. Kickoff underway, going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Cowboys will begin from the 35. Yeah, that's fair. I just don't use Discord mobile enough to really pay attention a lot to the layout of it. I more so realize layout changes for PC. It also goes into the fact that me and my friends spend a lot of time just playing video games and shit and shooting the shit in call. So I don't have a lot of messages compared to some people, but I have a lot of hours in VCs. Dak handoff left side for Javonte Williams is going to get to about the 38, maybe 37. Yeah. All right, 2nd and 7 coming up. Dak and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Pressure coming, pass right side. Gonna be caught by CeeDee Lamb. Somehow that's caught. Penalty marker down as well. That's going to be DPI, which is declined. And who else but DJ Reed in coverage? DPI will be declining. Yeah, I mean, if you're Dak Prescott right now, just keep throwing it to DJ Reed. He has not been doing a great job in coverage. And again, that ball was underthrown. CeeDee Lamb had a step on him. If Dak was able to place it down the field, that's a touchdown. Handoff up the middle is going to get about 11 up inside the 20 to the 19. That's Javonte Williams on the carry. Yeah, so Dak has missed about 2 touchdowns in this game due to just off-the-mark throws. That one, I can't put a lot of blame on him as there was pressure in his face, but still. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw once again. Pass right side is going to be incomplete. Overthrowing George Pickens. Penalty marker down. I believe that's near the end zone. Holding against the lines is the call. 5 yards, automatic first. So 1st and 10 from the 14. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Pass end zone right side. And that is incomplete, looking for CeeDee Lamb. Nearly an incredible one-handed grab, and CeeDee is slow to get up. Once again, though, Dak just slightly puts it off the money. CeeDee had to try and make an incredible catch, and it just comes down awkwardly. Also, the corner to get a defensive holding called against him on the previous play was DJ Reed. Yeah, nearly an incredible grab. And yeah, he goes down pretty hard. Yeah, lands hard on that right side, including, yeah, it's... He's getting some assistance walking to the sideline. That might... Yes, CeeDee has been having a great game, so that's an unfortunate injury to have when trying to make a comeback. All right, Dak and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 10, looking to throw once again. Pass right side, caught, going to be brought down near the 11 for Ryan Flournoy. DJ Reed in coverage. Just target DJ Reed. He's the guy struggling right now for the Lions. All right, 3rd and 5. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the 9-yard line. Dak looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side for the end zone is off the mark and incomplete. Too far outside. The Cowboys drive stalls out. But down by 18, they might go for it. Fourth and 5. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Going to be caught and brought down shy of the goal. The ball comes loose now. And the Cowboys have it in the end zone. but it's going to be marked down short because you can't really progress the ball like that due to an older rule. Yeah, so to bring the ball back to the spot, it would be 1st and goal from the 2. And then this goes into the weirdness of the end zone. As again, it's a fumble and it's picked up by Dallas, and he falls into the end zone, but you can't progress the ball like that. So it's brought back to the 1-yard line. Or to the 2-yard line. Yeah, fumbles in the end zone are weird. So 1st and goal from the 2. Dak under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Tight end in motion, left to right. Handoff up the middle for Javonte Williams. He's going to get stopped at the 1. George Pickens fumbled the ball at the 2-yard line. One of their linemen picked it up and fell into the end zone. You can't progress the ball into the end zone like that due to a old rule that was started by a Raiders play in like the 60s or 70s. So the ball comes back to the spot of the fumble, which was the 2-yard line. Dak under center, handoff up the middle, and Javonte Williams finishes the drive off. They cut into this deficit. Finally, the Cowboys find the end zone, down by 12 with 10:41 to play in the 3rd. Yeah, there was a I think it was a Raiders and Chargers game in like the 60s or the 70s where a Raider player fumbled and then the ball kept getting hit down the field as like no one was able to pick it up. So eventually a Raider player picked it up in the end zone. So because of that, they added a rule about how the ball can be moved and shit after a fumble. Fumbles are complicated when you get close to the goal line for seemingly no reason, but at the same time for somewhat of a valid reason. As the extra point was good. All right, add commercial break. Add commercial break. Part of me wants to do a video that just explains the fumbling rules with examples, but I don't even know where to start finding those examples for a lot of those. And also because it's all just end zone related, and that doesn't happen all too often. Yep, add commercial break. All right. CeeDee Lamb has been ruled out for the rest of the game with a concussion. There's a tough blow for the Cowboys, who are still trying to mount this comeback as kickoff is underway. Going to be returned up past the 25, space past the 30, and down to the 32 for Jacob Sailors. All right, the Lions on the previous drive had great starting field position to the 14. Now they're starting from their own territory. See what they can do. First and 10. Goff under center, back behind him, two receiving options to each side. Hand off up the middle for Jahmyr Gibbs, trying to bounce it out left side and will be brought down behind the line, back near the 27. I doubt they will, especially with CeeDee Lamb being out the rest of the game. I doubt they will blow it. But that would be such a Lions thing to do, though. We'll see. Second and 15, 10 minutes to play in the third. Goff in shotgun, back to his right. Three receiving options to the left. Man in motion, left to right. Going to quick throw this right side for Jameson Williams. Has some blocking up past the 30 to about the 34. All right, 3rd and 8. Goff in shotgun, back to his right. Three receivers to the left. Ball in the 34. Man in motion, going to look to throw. Goff with some time, pass left side, caught by Jahmyr Gibbs, makes one man miss and gets a gain of 10. Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh my God. That Cowboy defender ate dirt. What's his number? I need to say his name. Oh, it was Deron Bland who got his ankles taken from him by Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, hell yeah. God damn. Ugh. Lions go Wildcat, taking it himself left side for a gain of about a yard. Wait, who is number 80 for the Lions? Who are you? Wait, is that Malik Cunningham? Oh my God, that's Malik Cunningham. Cool. Former Liberty quarterback, now a Lions receiver, taking a Wildcat snap. Goff looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pass left side, gonna be caught by Jameson Williams along the sideline, past the 40 to the 38. Was not Liberty, Louisville. I was not expecting a Malik Cunningham sighting in this game. That's a pleasant surprise. Yeah, they're playing with their food, and that's completely in tune to the Lions. Goff in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Hand off left side for Jahmyr Gibbs, going to get about a yard or so. Either way, they sound pretty good. Those Cowboy cookies sound pretty good. I'm also just kind of hungry right now. All right, 2nd and 9. Goff in shotgun, back to his right, two receiving options to each side, looking to throw. Pass right side, caught by Gibbs. Going to get past the 35. A nice stiff arm gets him an extra yard or two. Deron Bland needs to just stay away from Jahmyr Gibbs. He got shaken out of his shoes earlier in this drive. He got stiff armed to the earth just then. Just stay away from him, man. 3rd and 5 coming up. Third and 5. Goff in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 6 minutes to play in the third. Goff looking to throw. Pass over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Some confusion there between St. Brown and Jameson Williams, as there was very little separation on their routes. I think they ran the same route there. And Goff is not happy about it. And the Lions going to go for the field goal here. Yeah, Jameson Williams and St. Brown were in the exact same spot. One of them ran the wrong route or ran the wrong depth. So Jake Bates on for the 52-yard kick from the right hash to make this a 14-point game. It is up and it's blocked. It is blocked and no good. Yeah, it gets blocked. So the Cowboys keep it an 11-point game. Not with that attitude, you can't. True, but that was also well earlier on in this game. It didn't actually matter. They still scored a touchdown on that drive, but true. Yep, add commercial break. I mean, that's that's like the second blocked kick from 50 plus this season for Bates. Unfortunate. Yeah, he's out with a concussion. It was a pretty nasty fall he took as well. I'm not surprised by that. It's gonna be tough for the Cowboys to come back in this one if that happens, or to come back in this one with him out. Yep, add commercial break. Yep, just getting back from commercial break. Yeah, against man coverage, CeeDee Lamb was the guy for Dak in this game, having 116 yards versus man, while all other targets only have 19. So it's going to be I would not be surprised if the Lions go a lot more man coverage here because of that. Dak under center, going to hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's a gain of about 3. So a 2nd and 7 coming up. I'd give him 4, 2nd and 6. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Play action looking to throw. Dak with some time. Pass over the middle. Wide open. With space past the 40 to the 36 is Ryan Flournoy. And hold on, the Cowboys. Cowboys have life. Dak under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle. And that is a gain of only about a yard. That's Malik Davis on the carry. So a 2nd and 9 coming up. All right, so Dak in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side, going to look to throw. Pressure coming, Dak pass left side, going to be incomplete. Looking for Gavontae Turpin, pass was just off the mark. Pass was just off the mark with the Meek Robertson in coverage. Now 3rd and 9. Oh, there's a penalty as well. Going to be against the Cowboys, I think. And yeah, it's a holding against the Cowboys. So it'll be a 2nd and 19. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the 45 now. Looking to throw once again. Pressure coming. Dak pass over the middle. It's going to be a caught to the 35. Jake Ferguson with a great grab to make it back to a 3rd and 9. 3:50 remains in the 3rd quarter. At 3rd and 9, Dak in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Man in motion left to right. Dak looking to throw. Has some time, pass right side. Wide open is Flournoy. Past the 20 to 15 and down to about the 12. Penalty markers abundant, though, on that right side of the field. Seemingly going to be coming back. Offensive pass interference called against George Pickens. It'll be a 3rd and long. They're going to say there was a pick route there? Yeah, they're saying that George Pickens set a screen basically against Rocky Sin. So it'll be a 3rd and 19. Third and 19. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to look to throw once again. Dak with some time, pass left side. Incomplete. Looking for George Pickens and DJ Reed in coverage, making the play. And the Cowboys, well, I'm assuming punted, but they might kick the field goal because Brandon Aubrey has that leg on him. It'll be a long kick, about 62. But Aubrey can hit that. So I'm actually going to bring that back over there. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey on for the 63-yard kick from the left hash. It is up. It has the accuracy. And it is a 1-score game in Detroit with 2:48 to play. Brandon Aubrey, man, he is having an incredible game. Absolutely incredible. He is probably the funnest kicker to watch. He's just on fire with it. Brandon Aubrey, man. Okay, so again, my fantasy league is in the playoffs right now, so I'm on the bye this week. Brandon Aubrey is currently at 21 points in fantasy. Oh hell yeah, man! Hell yeah! Brandon Aubrey is amazing. He's at 21 fan. That's crazy. At commercial break. Harrison Mevis is up there as well. But my only thing with Harrison Mevis is he doesn't have the same leg that Brandon Aubrey has. But again, that's also a former Birmingham Stallion. I gotta respect the UFL guys. Yep, at commercial break. Brandon Aubrey has hit from 42, 55, 57, and now 63 tonight. Just incredible. Just incredible. All right, so kickoff returned up past the 30 to about the 32. The Lions had a kicked block on the previous drive, thus is an 8-point game. Let's see what they can do on this one. I wish Jake Bates didn't get that kick, but it would have been great to see Brandon Aubrey and Jake Bates go back and forth. Perfect stuff. The Cowboys just had to block the kick. All right, Goff and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Heading in motion left to right as Goff goes under center, back behind them. Handoff up the middle, and there's space for David Montgomery up to about the 41, maybe pushing forward to the 42. Either way, it's going to be a 2nd and short, I think. Yeah, 2nd and 1 coming up. You only give him 9. .220 remains in the third quarter. Goff under center. Back behind him, 3 receiving options to the left. Going to send a man in motion left to right. As Goff going to hand this off up the middle once again, and that will be enough for the first. David Montgomery up to about the 45. 1:50 to play in the third. First and 10. Goff under center, back behind him, 3 receiving options to the right. 1:20 to play in the third quarter. Play action looking to throw. Penalty marker down. Goff escaping pressure. Pass right side at the feet to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Going to be an illegal shift, I believe, against the Lions here. With 1:17 to play in the third quarter. I love how the Cowboys medical staff leader has just a cowboy hat on. That's great. And the penalty was illegal formation against the Lions. So a 1st and 15 coming up. First and 15. Goff under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Goff pass left side, going to be caught by Williams, who's going to get about 13 past midfield to the 48. Second and 2 coming up. A minute to play in the third quarter. Second and 2. Goff under center, back and fullback behind him. And in motion left to right, gonna hand this off up the middle, and that's enough for the first down. Gets 2 exactly as David Montgomery up to the 45. And that might be the last play of the third quarter. The Lions do not need to run one more play if they don't feel like it. And yeah, they're gonna let this clock run. So that's the end of the third quarter. 15 minutes remain. Lions up by 8 and moving. Looking to get a big-time win to keep their playoff hopes alive. A win will get them to 55% chance to make it. A loss will have them sitting at 19%. The Cowboys in the same boat. Cowboys can pull off the comeback. They're sitting at about 31% chance. A loss drops them down to 9%. So 15 minutes for the rest of the season, basically, for these two teams. Who keeps their hopes alive? Who's going to need a lot of help? We will see. We have ad commercial break. "15 minutes to remain. Ad commercial break. At commercial break for the end of the third quarter. All right, just getting back from commercial break. "15 minutes for both. 15 minutes for the season, basically. A first and 10 from the plus 46, about 45. Goff in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Gonna fake a toss left and throw right. And there's a penalty to call the play dead. Jamison Williams would have had space with blockers, but instead it's a false start against the Lions. So a first and 15 coming up. The Jamison Williams had space. That's unfortunate. He had the space to take that. All right, 1st and 15. Goff under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action and look to throw. Pressure coming. Goff pass right side, caught by Montgomery. Past the 40 and down to about the 37. Penalty marker down. And we'll see who this is on. It's offsides against the Cowboys. That will be declined, I believe, as it will be a 2nd and roughly 2. Yeah, penalty declined. All right, 2nd and 2. Lions are in field goal range. Goff under center, back behind him. Cannon in motion, right to left to make it 3 receiving options to the left. Now sending another man in motion, left to right. Goff, handoff up the middle, and there's space for Montgomery. Past the 30 and down to the 29. They're moving the ball well. They're moving the ball well. Chance to make it a 2-score game. Goff under center, back behind him. Goff in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. Has time. Deep shot left side. Does he get his feet in? No, incomplete. Isaac Tesla. Nearly an incredible toe drag snag along the sideline in the end zone. Penalty on the Lions was holding against Tate Radledge. Would have been called back anyway. There's a 1st and 20 coming up from the 39. Nearly an incredible catch for the rookie Isaac Tesla, who has 8 career catches, 4 of them being for touchdowns. That would have been his 5th. Yeah, Radledge gets a clear holding against. He has someone in a headlock. I still would like to see a replay on if he got his feet inbounds, though. Goff under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball now on the plus 39. Going to hand this off right side, and Gibbs slips and gets brought down behind the line for a loss of 2. Now a 2nd and 22. A lot of 2. All right, Goff in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball now on the 41 as they look to throw. Pass right side, caught by St. Brown. Can get to about the 31, maybe the 30. Either way, a 3rd and long. And actually, they're gonna say he got down to the 32. So it's gonna be a 3rd and about 13 for the Lions. Yeah, 3rd and 13. So Goff in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the left. Quick throw left side, caught by Williams. Has some blockers. And going to get brought down to about the 28. He wanted a penalty for a high hit. Nothing flown. So it's a 4th and roughly 9. And out comes the field goal unit. Jake Bates to bring this back to an 11-point Lions lead with just under 12 minutes to play in the game. This from 46 yards out and the left hash. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle with 11:50 to play. The Lions up by 11, and we head to commercial break. And with that, I'll quickly be right back. I am back. Still at commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. Lions set to send this one down. See if the Cowboys have some more life into them. Down by 11 with 11:50 to play in the game. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the 3. Room out past the 15, 20, 25, and going to be brought down near the 30. So the Cowboys will start from there. See if they have it in them. Dak under center. Under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Play action looking to throw. Has some time. Stepping up, going to take it himself down the left side with room past the 35, past the 40, and out of bounds at the 42. Gain of 12. And the Cowboys have a good start to the drive. All right, 1st and 10. Dak and shotgun back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, who has space past midfield, and going to get another gain of about 11 for the Cowboys. Back-to-back first downs. They're moving well on this drive. They're moving well. So Dak in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 1st and 10. Dak looking to throw. Pass over the middle, going to be caught by Ryan Flournoy. He's going to get about 4 or 5. Makes it a 2nd and, I think they're going to say 2nd and 6 here. With 10:20 to play. No, 2nd and 5, okay. So Dak under center, back and fullback behind him, tight end in motion, right to left. As Dak going to look to throw. Has some time. Pass right side. Wide open Flournoy. The 10-5 touchdown Dallas. Blown coverage on the back end. And the Cowboys cut into this deficit some more. Now a 5-point game pending the extra point. All it took was 4 plays in about 2 minutes. And the Cowboys respond. Yeah, just completely busted coverage. Brian Branch stepped up as the safety on that right side. And Flournoy had complete space behind him. And the Cowboys will go for 2 to try and make this a 3-point game. Dak in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, bunched up. As Dak will look to throw. Has some time, step into his left. Pass end zone caught by Jake Ferguson. It's a 3-point game with 9:52 to play in the game. Yeah, it was not DJ Reed's fault, surprisingly. It was busted coverage from Brian Branch. Is he the starting strong safety or is he the in relief safety? No, starting strong safety. And we head to commercial break. At commercial break. Alright, a lot of pressure on the Lions now all of a sudden. After the 42-yard touchdown. And we're at commercial break. Alright, at commercial break. Oh shit, the Cure Bowl, USF Old Dominion, gonna be actual good. USF's gonna be a fun team in that bowl game. Alright, kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 3. Room out past the 20, 25, past the 30, 35, past the 40 to the 41. A great return for Tom Kennedy. And the Lions have good starting field position. As there's the remaining schedules. The Cowboys have a pretty easy remaining schedule. The Chargers are the toughest team remaining, but besides that, it's the Vikings, Commanders, and Giants. Eagles also have a pretty easy remaining schedule. They have the Chargers and the Bills. Besides that, it's the Raiders and then the Commanders twice. But you never know with Philly. Never know with Philly. Goff under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna hand this off up the middle for Jahmyr Gibbs. And that's a gain of about 2. Yeah, so 2nd and 8. Goff under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle once again for Gibbs, and that's once again going to get about 2 up to the 45. So 3rd and 6. Goff in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. 8.5 to play in the game. Goff looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass left side. Going to be caught with space. Past the 40, 35, 30. And finally brought down near the 26 for Jameson Williams. But there is a penalty. It came in as Williams was running with the ball. So we'll see. Not quite sure where that penalty is. It's back near the 35. Not sure which 35. It's roughing the passer. Goff got hit just a tad bit too high. To tack on 15 to the end of that. And it's going to be Lions ball inside the 20 at about the 14. Maybe the 16 actually. Either way, big pickup for Detroit. And yeah, Goff it's more so a face mask, but still rough for the passer. Yeah, so 1st and 10 from the 11. And so they got down to the 26. Okay. Goff under center, back and fullback behind him. No, it's actually on about the 13. Man in motion right to left. Gonna toss this up the middle for Gibbs. Trying to find space, gets inside the 10 to the 9. So 2nd and 6 coming up. West Virginia signed a recruit by the name of Sir Paul Cheeks. That's great. I love college football names. There's so many college athletics names in general are fantastic because there's so many players. Some of the funniest names come from it. Goff under center, 2nd and 7 to rule in it. Handoff, Gibbs up the middle, inside the 5, and he gets in. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 46th career rushing touchdown, puts the Lions back on top by a potential 10. But the key thing is they're back up 2 scores with 7:17 to play. All right. Throughout comes Jake Bates for the extra point. To make this a 10-point game. Yeah, they're definitely this year's Bengals. The offense that can score with anyone, but the defense that's going to let anyone score with them. The extra points up and good. The defense looked fine. Like, the defense looked relatively solid after the trade deadline when they brought in Logan Wilson and Quinton Williams. It's just the Lions offense is a tough offense to stop. Yeah, they struggling. But again, I would say the Lions offense is more than just a nosebleed. At commercial break. Yeah. Well, because the Lions have not been. Also, what do you mean only has 29 rushing yards? Am I looking at the wrong? Hold on. Montgomery has been the kind of the main back. Oh, yeah, it's only 29. Yeah, they've only ran the ball they've only ran the ball 16 times between Montgomery and Gibbs. They've been going very pass happy in this game, and it's working for them. In part because, again, the Cowboys brought in Quinton Williams and Logan Wilson at the deadline to improve the run defense. They're still having issues covering on the back end. So, yeah, they're going to be passing the ball against Dallas is going to be the game plan for a lot of teams. We have ad commercial break. At commercial break. All right, just getting back from commercial break. See if the Cowboys can cut into this deficit some more. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs, 46 touchdowns before turning 24. One behind Barry Sanders. The records or the score? Kickoff underway can be returned beginning from the 7, up past the 25, past the 30, and down to about the 34. Records. Benito is both of them are 6 and 7. Can I time you out? You know what? I have a better idea. Can you type something in the side mission real quick? Where is your last? My initial thought was to time you around on the stream, but now I'm gonna time you around on Discord because it'd be funnier. As there's a line still to get up afterwards. Thank you. There you go. You got an hour. Yeah. An hour at most, depending on how much longer this game lasts. I might remove that by the time I join that VC if they're still in there. As we're at commercial break due to the injury timeout. That is Khalil Dorsey, who's slow to get up afterwards. One of the backup corners for the Lions. And we're at commercial break. At commercial break. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, because you picked up Jameson Williams. Yeah, that was a solid pickup. Right, that was who you picked up? Yeah. Jahmyr Gibbs at 30 points for you. That's crazy. I'm a little bit hesitant on Shakir still being like a valid in fantasy, but we'll see. Dak in shotgun, back to his left, going to look to throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape to his left, and sacked back at the 23. Aiden Hutchinson, one of a few Lions to get back there. 7 minutes to play in the game, and it's a 2nd and long. Also, no, the line that got banged up there was Sion Vakai. For some reason, ESPN showed the wrong player. Dak in shotgun, looking to throw in 2nd and 19. Stepping up, pass over the middle. Gonna be caught by Ryan Flournoy. Breaks off a tackle and gonna get up to about the 44. Will be enough for the first. 2nd and 6:20 to play in the game. 1st and 10. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. They go hurry up. 2 receivers to each side looking to throw. Quick pass left side going to be caught by Pickens. Past the 50 to about the 47. Yeah, he's the receiver. He's technically the receiver 1 in Buffalo. But the Bills' passing game is very inconsistent and weird how they handle it. That's why I'm unsure about him. Handoff to Javonte Williams. Going to get enough for the first. A gain of roughly 5. Because like they have Shakir, who's the favorite target of Allen. Then you have Palmer, who might be hurt right now. You have Keon Coleman. You have Gabe Davis. You have Brandon Cooks. McCole Hardman is hurt right now. Curtis Samuel, who I think is hurt right now still. And even like James Cook, Dawson Knox, Kincaid when he gets back. Dak looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pressure coming, trying to escape. Breaks off one would-be sack. Rolling left, they're going to get about a yard. Aiden Hutchinson on the tackle. All right, so Dak looking to throw in 2nd and 9. Pass over the middle. Going to be caught up to the 30 by Jake. No, that's not Jake. It's caught up to the 30 by Luke Shoemaker. 1st and 10 from the 30. 4:40 to play in the game. Dak in shotgun, back to his left. Going to hand this off up the middle for Javonte Williams, and that's going to be a gain of about 2 or 3. They're weirdly running out clock here for some reason. Dak looking to throw in 2nd and 8. Pass right side, incomplete. Going back to Shoemaker. 3rd and 8 coming up. Third and 8. Dak in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Man in motion, right to left. Dak looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle. Wide open. Inside the 20 and down to the 18. It's Ryan Flournoy on the reception. And the Cowboys are inside the red zone. Dak in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pass right side, can be caught by Pickens. He gets out of bounds near the 11. DJ Reed in coverage. Just under 4 minutes to play in the game. A 2nd and roughly 2 coming up for Dallas. The issue is, it says first off, it's 2nd and 3. Second off, the issue is the Cowboys are going to need to rely on their defense. Dak and shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Ball on the 11. Dak looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass right side, going to be a throwaway, incomplete. 3rd and 3 coming up. $3:50 to play in the game. Dak alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. And a timeout will be called by the Lions before this big time 3rd down. Third and 3. Third and 3. Dak in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Dak looking to throw. Has time. Pass. End zone. It's incomplete, but the penalty is going to be DPI. Looking for Jake Ferguson. Brian Branch a little slow to get up afterwards. Alex Anzalone in coverage. He's going to get that DPI against him. And yeah, Brian Branch shaken up after the play. Another injury to this Lions secondary. Last year, their injuries came all to the front 7, and that hurt them towards the end of the season. This year, it's been pretty much the secondary the entire time. As the refs are discussing this penalty. Oh, they're saying offensive pass interference? That will be declined, and it's 4th and 3. They're saying it's Jake Ferguson who interfered on the play, not Alex Anzalone. Was there a... Okay, he grabbed his shoulder and pulled a bit. That's a good eye by the ref there. I did not see that till that end zone angle. Yeah, because you did not see it on that camera angle. You have to wait till the behind angle to see it. Brian Schottenheimer got so pissed, all of his highlighters and shit fell out of his visor. All right, so out comes Brandon Aubrey to make this a 7-point game with 3:45 to play. First player in NFL history with 3 field goals of 55+ yards in a single game. And it happened when I'm on my bye week in the fantasy playoffs, of course. This man's probably giving me like 25 points, and it's all going to waste. After this kick, he would have given me about 25. All right, 4th and 3. $3:45 to play. But honestly, do it. All right, 29-yard kick from the right hash. to make this a 7-point game. Brandon Aubrey's kick. It's up, and it is right down the middle. We have a shootout on Thursday Night Football. All 3 timeouts remain for the Cowboys. They need their defense to make one stand. And we head to commercial break. We head to commercial break. At commercial break. At commercial break. Yeah, it feels like these commercial breaks are going longer and longer. We'll see. Probably because this game has been like an actual entertaining game, so I want the action to be back sooner. All right, just coming back from commercial break. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 8. Ruma past the 20, 25, past the 30, 35, 40, past the 45, and down to about the 46. A great return puts the Lions close to field goal range. With 3:34 to play. First and 10. The Lions don't need to do a whole lot here. About maybe a first down or two should be able to kill the Cowboys of all their timeouts and get you to roughly the 2-minute warning. As ball's on the 49-yard line. Goff under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off up the middle for Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a gain of about 2 past the 50 to the 49. And why am I not seeing the Cowboys starting to call the timeouts? Typically, we see teams call their timeouts around this point. As Brian Branch is being carted from the sideline to the locker room. That's a tough blow. All right, the Cowboys are going to let this clock run a bit. I'm kind of shocked by that. Considering it's a 2nd and 9 coming up, I would have thought. Yeah, that's weird. Goff in shotgun. Goff under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Play action, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is caught with space. Past the 30, 25, 20, 15, and out of bounds at the 13. Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Cowboys going to let this clock run to roughly the 2-minute warning. And That might do it because the Lions are now in field goal range. Even if you get them to 4th down after this, I mean, did a 10-point lead with no timeouts and about a minute 50 to play? It's a pretty tough deficit to come back from. All right, the clock has stopped with 2:25. Is there's a challenge? What are the Cowboys challenging here? What? What could the Cowboys be challenging here? Are they challenging what? They're challenging the Okay. They were challenging to see if St. Brown was brought down out of bounds or inbounds. He was brought down inbounds barely. So they're gonna lose this challenge and lose it. God, Dallas. His knee touch. Yeah, the Cowboys lose the timeout. They lose the challenge. What was that? Why? Yeah, okay, that puts you in even. I mean, you still have a 2-minute warning, I guess. I guess you're hoping for that. But like, what are we doing there? Like, what's actually the mindset in that? $2.25 to play in the game. I mean, I guess it still technically stops the clock. All right, so Goff under center, back behind him. Going to hand this off right side for Jahmyr Gibbs, who has space. The 10-5, and he is in. His 47th career touchdown, tying the record set by Barry Sanders for most touchdowns under the age of 24. And that might be the dagger. With 2:19 to play, Jahmyr Gibbs from 13 yards out is now 1 touchdown away from having the most touchdowns before the age of 24 in an NFL career. The extra point from Jake Bates. It is up, and it is a 14-point Lions lead. The Cowboys do now have 2 timeouts and 2:19. So they still have time, but they need to be able to find the end zone first. Because they could get the onside kick. You never know from there. But, I mean, in a weird way, the Cowboys are feeling fine. It's the whole mindset of when do you let them score and all that. 37, goddamn. Yeah, you're gonna handle Punkle just fine this week. All right. Kickoff underway. Going to be returned beginning from the 5. Room up past the 25, past the 30, and down to the 31. The Cowboys will have 1 play before the 2-minute warning. All right. Dak looking to throw in 1st and 10. Stepping up, launching one left side. Has a man. It's incomplete for George Pickens. Just underthrown. It's still an incredible throw from Dak, but it is ever so slightly underthrown. Dak looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass over the middle is going to be incomplete. And that's the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Oh, there's Jonathan Mingo on the intended target. Yeah, Jonathan Mingo. Good for him, still in the league. I've not heard his name in a long time. It'll be a 3rd and 10 with 1:59 to play. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's gonna break that record for sure, and it's gonna be great to see. Like Gibbs is for sure gonna break that record, which is crazy. One is crazy that Barry Sanders had that much in the era he played in, and two is crazy that Gibbs is the one to break it. All right, 3rd and 10. Dak in shotgun, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Jake Ferguson. Pressure forced an errant pass. And it's a 4th and 10. Game on the line with only 2 timeouts remaining. Oh yeah, he's gonna have that record for a while. I mean, again, Barry Sanders had that record for over 30 years. Like it takes a true instant instant Pro Bowl and all NFL talent, and all pro talent to break that kind of record. Dak looking to throw. Pressure comes quick. Pass right side, going to be caught. Stays on his feet and gets brought down near the 44. Ryan Flournoy on the reception. He's having an incredible game in relief for CeeDee Lamb for the most of this. And the refs are now discussing. Are they reviewing the spot? Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, are they saying he's short there? They're reviewing the spot. Oh yeah, because does his shin touch? If so, he might be short. Forward progress, I think, would give him the first either way. Yeah, his right knee touches. It depends on where the ball's at. They need the 41-yard line. I think forward progress gives them it, but it's close. That's just not a good camera angle. You have the pylon cam. Show me the pylon cam. The call on the field is short. And after review, the forward progress gets him the first. On the 41. So it's 1st and 10 for Dallas. They're alive just that much longer. All right. Saying that the clock will start on his signal. Dak and shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. 1:41 to play in the game. Still have 2 timeouts. Dak looking to throw once again. Pressure coming. Step into his left. Throwing left. Wide open is Cavante Turpin with space past midfield and out of bounds near the 39. Cavante Turpin getting open and the ball in space. You're going to say he's out of bounds at the 38 with 1:32 to play. Dak in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Man in motion, right to left, back to right. Making some adjustments at the line. Dak looking to throw. Pressure coming, stepping up. Pass over the middle. Penalty marker down. I think Jake Ferguson has that. We'll see what the penalty is. It is a DPI against the Lions. That'll be declined. It's first down for the Cowboys. See, Fox, look at side mission. Look at the new rule inside mission. That's Dak and shotgun looking to throw in 1st and 10. Pressure coming and sacked. Back at the 30, back at the 29. 1:18 to play, and the Cowboys will call their second timeout. It is. I'm gonna mispronounce that. Al-Quadin Muhammad for his 2nd sack of the day, and one coming in a big-time moment. Dak and shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. 2nd and 16. Making adjustments at the line. Dak looking to throw. Has some time. Pass over the middle. Gonna be... Is that intercepted? It was bobbled a bit. They're saying it's picked off. DJ Reed, who has been struggling most of the night, makes the game sealing play with 1:06 to go. No, you're all good. You're all good. See, this ball is bobbled. DJ Reed. I think that's intercepted. That'll be an great. That second motion there. It's gonna be close. As it stands, it's an interception. And DJ Reed, who's been getting burnt most of the night, with the potential game sealing play if it stands. And it will. The third turnover of the night for Dallas. The 2nd interception, and DJ Reed. Talk about, again, all it takes is one play on the defense to have most of the game kind of be for naught. DJ Reed was struggling early on in this game. Like, he was legit struggling against Pickens and against Flournoy and against CeeDee Lamb. But when the Lions needed him most, he makes the game-sealing interception, and there's the final kneel down. A bounce-back win for Detroit after the loss last week on Thanksgiving. They get a big-time win to keep their playoff hopes alive. 55% chance now, according to Next Gen Stats. The Cowboys dropped to 19%, as it's a tough showing out there. But more so, the attention is on CeeDee Lamb and how he's going to be going forward. He missed the entire second half due to a concussion, so that's something to keep an eye on. But I appreciate everyone tuning in. Again, this is the last time for this calendar year you're going to see this backdrop. So on Sunday, for the Dolphins Jets at 1 o'clock, it's going to be a different backdrop, be a different setup. Hope to see you all there. Week 14 starts off with a great matchup. Hopefully, it will continue that way. We'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.